before I get started, I just wanted to say I'm doing the B track. Ecclesiastes 8:15 says, "Eat, drink, and be merry." Something I did to keep myself sane in the time of COVID was eat a lot of food and then also drink a lot of coffee. It was really nice. Something that has really made me stay sane in this time of COVID is reading all my Bibles. During social isolation, there were a lot of people that found it difficult to be in community with other people. And I know for me that was difficult at first, but I found myself getting connected with a lot of new people, a lot of people that I hadn't seen in ages, whether it be family, and I found my greatest times of community were within being socially isolated from other people, and I was able to pray for them and be there for them in a different way than I've ever experienced before. So that helped me keep myself sane as well. Something I do a lot of is worship God. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I went to college, is so that I could worship God for the rest of my life, whether that's leading worship teams or playing piano for various events or things pertaining to the church, or even just through my daily life and being able to worship God. I love doing it, and it's something that really kept me sane and grounded in my belief in Christ and just my love and devotion for Him. It's one of those things that not a lot of people understand anymore. And during my time of COVID, that's what kept me sane, was being able to worship God for everything that He's done, the various blessings and the different opportunities that I've had during COVID to relate to other people, and ultimately worship and glorify Him. A moral or lesson that I've learned over COVID and just this time of social isolation is making relationships intentional. Um, I don't know the next time I'll see a person, and I know when COVID hit, when COVID did actually happen, I was sitting my senior year in IB Math Studies, and that was the last class that I took of high school, and I haven't seen those people that I was sitting in that classroom with since then, and I regret some of the lack of conversation that I had with other people. Um, Making time for relationships and community rather than being unmotivated and lethargic. Um, I know a struggle for me sometimes is getting my butt off the couch and just being able to talk with other people and take them for coffee or be a part of their lives. Um, Something else relating to that moral would be realizing that other people often feel alone and broken, even though they don't necessarily show it. Being able to ask those questions: Are you okay? Are you feeling all right? Um, just being able to do that in a new way was something I learned. Um, and even though this was a lot of political dilemma and there were a lot of people on both polar opposites of the spectrum, um, loving on other people, even though they have their own opinions and their own accomplishments or desires for what needs to happen, is ultimately what I learned in creating intentional relationships with other people. So yeah, that's one of the morals that I learned. Overall, I think that COVID will continue to impact how we live our daily lives, for the better or for worse. And I think it's something that I will tell my kids and my future family about, and tell them all of the different ways that I persevered through it and was able to connect with other people in a new way, in a new light. And I'm very thankful now that I've been through this situation, because it's something that a lot of other people in past generations haven't had to go through in this manner or this way. So overall, I think I'm content with going through that situation and going through the difficulties that I went through in the past year.